welcome to Random Thoughts. Ray Sean Blyden here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And get your Maha gear. Get your Maha gear. Let's talk about this. Trump advisor drops big polling news on RFK Jr. endorsement that Kamala isn't going to like. We've been seeing the media try to hype up Kamala Harris since she has was handed the nomination on a silver platter, putting out a drumbeat that she was in the lead in the race with some of those polls. You had to look to the crosstabs and see that they had questionable methodology, including oversampling Democrats, they always do that, of course, or having too small a sample to be reliable. So it's hard to make a judgment about the polls when you're getting questionable data. Now, in the middle of all that, there was an admission by officials with a pro top pro Harris super PAC that their polling for Kamala Harris is much less rosy than public surveys. Chauncey McLean, president of Future Forward, said this past week. He warned that the race was much closer in the key states. The group has spoken in more than 375,000 people. Then we saw the beating, the beating. We saw the betting markets flip towards Trump, something you wouldn't expect with the DNC on. You would think the bump would go to them, but it was such a mess, and Harris still didn't put out any real policies because she don't have any or plans. Are Americans really going to be taken in by such a convention? But wait, there's more. Even before we can get to any real poll results to tell, Harris may have gotten a body blow from RFK Jr.'s endorsement of Trump. To be fair, when he did say he reached out to them as well, but they flat out blew him off. Not earlier when he did his speech. I don't remember exactly. I'm quoting. I'm paraphrasing, but he reached out to them. Pollster Frank Luntz said that could be the deciding factor in some of the battleground states in favor of Trump. Now the Trump advisor Tim Murtaugh is talking about Trump internal polling, which he says indicates that the bump is going to be tangible and substantial. Let's listen to this real quick here.
Well, I think there's a tremendous upside. I think it's tangible and substantial. Tony Fabrizio, who's a pollster that I've known and worked with for a long time, is the lead pollster for the internal Trump polls, released a memo today going through the 7 battleground states that a lot of people have focused on, talking about North Carolina and Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, and Georgia. And in every single one of those 7 battleground states, all of these RFK Jr. voters, break towards Trump. Some of them, Trump is getting 2/3 of the RFK voters, and he's getting about 4%, 3% in these states. And in a state like Pennsylvania, where it could well come down to, tens of thousands of votes, a half a point or 3/4 of a point, that may well make the difference in who the next president is. A lot of people have said that Pennsylvania is going to be the key for Kamala Harris. Democrats cannot win the presidency without Pennsylvania. That is the conventional wisdom. If RFK Jr. makes the difference in other states and Pennsylvania, it really could spell the difference in this campaign. This should be taken seriously. This is a big day in the campaign. And let me tell you, Kamala Harris did not want this to happen on the first day after her convention. She wanted to come out of there riding high. This has completely and totally changed the subject, and now we're back playing on Trump's turf again.
So, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? So, we're not gonna read. I'm just. We listened to it. I'm not gonna read it. The rest of this is just saying what we heard there. But yeah, I don't know. I think that the only way they can win is what they did in 2020. This platform of YouTube don't like us talking about that. So you know what I mean. When I talk in code like that, that's the only way for them to do it, like how they did in 2020. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So anyway, leave a like, share, and subscribe. Get your maha gear, and I'll see you in the next one.
Random thoughts, politics,